Former circus elephants enjoy their new home at wildlife sanctuary. Woman looking to adopt a pet finds her long-lost dog in a shelter. Russian fishermen save 2 drowning bear cubs who got separated from their mothers while crossing a lake. Whale becomes friends with the boat captain, lets him remove lice from his head. Wildlife biologists rescue bear cub that got a plastic container stuck on its head. 13 truckers came together to save a suicidal man. Thirsty squirrel approached him on a hot day as if to ask for water, and he stopped his work to help. My sister had her first son today. I caught a rare moment between 2 fathers. Hidden camera captures opossum helping deer by picking ticks off its face. Firefighter gives water to a turtle in the fires in Greece. Doctors gave him a 1% chance to ever walk again. 9 years later, Tyler just stood up and took his first steps. Compassionate little boy helps a pigeon drink water out of a spoon from his balcony. Depressed, this bodybuilder tried to end his life after his wife left him. Adopting 50 tiny dogs helped him turn his life around. Firefighters rescue goose frozen in wet sand. A homeless man's 6 loyal dogs chased an ambulance for miles and waited 24 hours outside the hospital doors after he suffered from a stroke. He takes his cat for a walk to the park because his cat loves the swings. Son grows out his hair for his mother who lost hers due to cancer. Kind men give water to a thirsty eagle in scorching heat. Rare video shows endangered whales hugging, a behavior that has never been filmed before. Brazilian couple plants 2.7 million trees in 20 years, brings dying forest back to life. Special needs penguin gets special orthopedic footwear to help him walk without hurting his feet. Elephant gets rescued with CPR as man jumps up and down on her chest. Wildlife officers managed to remove a tire stuck around an elk's neck for over 2 years. Chicago cop called to arrest teen sneaking into a gym, bought him a membership instead. Generous businessman built a home for the boy who studied under a street light every night. Once critically endangered, the saiga antelope is coming back from the brink of extinction. My cousin was fishing on the river this weekend and rescued this deer who was tired and he was starting to drown. Orphaned elephant who was successfully reintroduced into the wild returns a decade later to check up on the man who raised her. Men stopped rush hour traffic to help ducklings cross the road. Troopers saved 10 puppies locked without water in a trunk. This pizza delivery driver just got a $100 tip. Grandma gets a cat for Christmas and her reaction is priceless. He fought off 2 men to save 2 13-year-old girls from a sexual assault in a park. This dog's daily routine includes collecting plastic bottles from the streets. He has collected hundreds so far. Amazon delivery driver takes time out of his day to shovel snow off of a 90-year-old lady's driveway. Brave livestock dog fights 12 coyotes and wins, saves all the sheep. Woman who was stabbed 32 times by her ex-boyfriend married the paramedic who saved her life. She saved her dog from floods using a plastic container. 86-year-old bodybuilder breaks his own record as the oldest to compete in Japan. He has been competing for more than 60 years. Couple wakes up to find lost dog sleeping in their bed between them. Dog checks up on the kids to make sure they are safe in bed. 8-year-old boy notices one house is out of candy, so he leaves some of his own. A rescue dog and cat are travel companions and love exploring the world together. Kind-hearted boxer dog helps his blind friend down the stairs, so my son got to meet this alpaca and that is so sweet. Dad transforms in just 5 months after noticing he couldn't keep up with his kids. She raised a baby squirrel she found on the sidewalk. Steve is back in the wild now, but he still visits the house occasionally. One Amazon driver got the most thank yous from customers. Amazon rewarded him with $10,000, but he decided to donate it to the local children's hospital instead. This dog refused to stop barking until a biker followed him to an abandoned baby on top of a mountain nearby. Rescued this pufferfish and some of his friends. Seagulls were trying to eat him, and they got stranded on land, all puffed up. Biker shows up for lemonade to honor a little girl whose mom helped them save during a motorcycle crash. A critically endangered rhinoceros gave birth to a calf on New Year's Eve. Good Samaritans save 11 people from sinking boat. Creative dad brings life to his kids' drawings, and the results are hilarious. A 9-year-old who kept getting in trouble for doodling in class got a job decorating a local restaurant with his drawings. Back in 2016, the internet helped the success kid raise more than $100,000 for his dad's kidney transplant. Lost dog finds her way to former shelter, rings the doorbell for help. 28-person human chain saves stranded dolphin at a creek. Passerby covers homeless dog in an act of kindness. This is so sweet. Jenny the horse has been going on walks alone every day for 14 years. Locals love to see her and give her treats when they see her. An endangered Indian rhino baby was just just born at a zoo in Poland. My father turned 90 and wanted to do a photo shoot to be posted on social media, even though he isn't on it. Nurses rescue 35 babies from a hospital fire. Mum adopts late son's military service dog after her boy was killed in action. 8-year-old girl helped save her great-grandma who was trapped under a car. Woman offers jobs to a homeless man who had given up on life. 8-year-old boy raises over $110,000 to help his favorite Waffle House waiter. Changes his life. Portuguese dog who was almost killed at birth just became the world's oldest dog. Childhood friends open restaurant that exclusively employs former inmates. World's rarest turtle, only a single male left, is not alone anymore. There is no hope for this species after scientists discover a female. Police officer checks up on a 6-year-old, scared of monsters in his bedroom. Shot 17 times, ears chopped off, blind, and left tied to a box to die. Maggie is now a therapy dog, helping others get better. Wildlife rescuers save bald eagle grounded by 3.6 kg ball of ice stuck to its tail feathers. Alabama supermarket employee returned a wallet with $300 inside and went viral. This teacher deserves an award. He was teaching about Microsoft Word without a computer. Shelter animals choose their own presents from under the Christmas tree. Dog with arthritis used to struggle on the stairs, so her owner came up with the best solution. Mother cat carries her sick kitten to the hospital to get treated for an eye infection. Someone wanted to show off her baby to my baby. A Queen's Guard meeting a 5-year-old fan outside of Buckingham Palace. Flock of sheep adopt a puppy dog in training as part of the herd. Critically endangered 90-year-old tortoise, Mr. Pickles, just became a dad for the first time. Community buys new car for their pizza delivery guy, who has been delivering in town for more than 31 years. She made a custom jacket for her dad who gets cold during dialysis. 9-year-old Mexican girl with autism was bullied at school and labeled a weirdo. Turns out her IQ is higher than both Einstein and Stephen Hawking. Dog abandoned at gas station becomes a full-time employee. In-house bird feeder brings the joys of nature inside your living room. The Spanish runner lost the race on purpose so his opponent could win. I didn't deserve it. Man stranded in the snow without service attached his phone to a drone to call for help. Ends up saving himself and a stranger stranded nearby. Police officer becomes a foster parent to the 5 children he met while responding to a homicide call. 81-year-old best friends are on a trip to see the world in 80 days. They plan to visit 18 countries on 7 continents. Mum thanks Starbucks barista for looking out for her teen daughter. Are you okay? Do you want us to intervene? If you do, take the lid off the cup. Dunkin' employees throw a surprise birthday party for a regular customer, 95, who has been going there every day for 40 years. Dehydrated and hypothermic baby turtle gets rescued in Ireland after drifting over 4,000 miles. Mum comes up with creative solution so her daughter with alopecia wouldn't miss out on school's crazy hair day. Man who survived nearly a month stranded at sea with nothing but ketchup gets a new boat from Heinz Ketchup. 4-year-old boy saved his mum's life. He then called 911 and took care of his younger siblings until the paramedics arrived. Shaq took out a family of 11 to dinner and surprised them with a new van. He tipped the waitress $1,000 as she was experiencing car troubles. Strangers raise $82,000 for a woman who returned a bag with $15,000 inside after she found it on the street. 5-year-old boy gets a paycheck from an electrical company for helping. World's tallest domestic cat works as a therapy cat at his owner's medical practice. A blind university student's mother received an honorary law degree for reading lecture notes out loud for 4 years. An 81-year-old woman with dementia got lost during her daily walk, so when police found her, they pretended like they were on a walk to help her. A 21-year-old college student was the only employee left at a booked-up Texas hotel. During floods, he worked for 32 hours straight to make sure everyone's stay was comfortable. Vet successfully performs a surgery on a less than 2 centimeter in-length tree frog with a hole in its chest. Homeless man returned wallet containing $2,000 cash back to a stranger and then spent his reward getting food for other homeless people. Kind man builds a raft to save unluckiest swan after she lost eggs every time in the last 10 years. Teen finds his late father's ghost in an Xbox game they used to play together. What he does in the end is pure bliss. 60-year-old man beats world record for longest journey by pumpkin boat, travels 38 miles. Mum and son reunite after 20 years. Turns out they worked at the same hospital. A 12-year-old boy has donated over 500 blankets to a children's hospital, wants to donate at least 1,000. Owl mother adopts 2 owlets after her own eggs failed to hatch. Investors buy old hotel and transform it into 139 micro apartments for the homeless. Pizzeria area owner gave his staff an entire day of profits to show his gratitude. Each of them earned $78 per hour for the day. Firefighters rescue 100-pound husky from a burning apartment building, carries the unconscious dog 15 floors down to save its life. A Mexican woman who cut homeless man's hair in makeover, married him just 2 years later. Lost dog reunites with her owner after viral video. She waited 4 days straight at the same spot. Man adopts senior dogs and unwanted farm animals, gives them a second chance at a happy life. Australian school teacher makes stuffed animals out of kids' drawings. 8-year-old girl dressed up as her teacher for superhero day. Boy rejected from 23 homes over 6 years, finally got adopted. Art teacher shows love for her students by wearing a dress made of their artwork from every single one of them. In the 1940s, her father threw her out for marrying a black man. More than 70 years later, they are still together. When this man saw 2 kids pushing a broken bike outside of a hardware store, he dropped everything to fix it for them. 5 minutes later, they rode off and he was drenched, wearing the biggest smile. He told his daughter, "Don't tell anyone that your father is a janitor. They will laugh at you." She posted this photo on her social medias and wrote, "My dad is a janitor. He is my pride. I love you, Dad." Panicked dad who lost his daughter's hamster went viral. "As soon as you get this, it's an emergency. Dad, do not freak out. It's just a hamster. We will find him. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, honey. I'm so sorry. I'm looking everywhere. I'm so wicked sorry. I'll keep looking all day. I can't believe this." Strangers pay for grandma and grandson's dinner in a random act of kindness. "We enjoyed watching your special date. It got us talking about how much we miss these times with our own grandmothers. This time is so precious. Love that you're living memories together. Enjoy each other. God bless." Venom, wait, does that say Venom and Christine?